Good morning, student. Today I'm going to discuss about our topic, very important topic in Java, which is inheritance. This one is one of the most important features of object-oriented programming language, which is inheritance. In in this video, we will discuss all of this topic: introduction of inheritance, classes, classification, superclass, intermediate class, child class, relation between classes, superclass, then intermediate class, child class, type of inheritance, single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, single inheritance, multi-level inheritance. Then we will go to the indirect mechanism of how inheritance will goes. Okay, then we will discuss about a program of inheritance and limitation. Now, first of all, we will discuss about inheritance. One of the most effective features of object oriented language is inheritance. Inheritance in programming language, in object oriented programming language, class is the main things in object oriented. So we can create several classes in a program, and through this inheritance we can establish connection link or connection between two or more classes, permit sharing and access property from one to another. That means if through inheritance we can inherit one features from class to another class. To establish this relations in Java, we use extend keyword. Okay, next we will go the how many categories of classes are exist in inheritance. Basics of inheritance, which are the superclass, intermediate class, and child class. In this section, if you go, superclass is basically the parent class or base class, and intermediate class is a median class, and child class is a subclass. If I take a simple live example, which is in your family. If I take an example of your family, in your family you are the child class, and you will inherit some features from your father, and your father is inherited from some features of your grandfather. So here grandfather is your super class, and your father is the intermediate class, and you are the child class. This is the concept is this is the concept, which concept is implemented in language. This concept is inheritance, and you can see this program. If you create a class A, and if you create a class B and class C, then class B will be the intermediate class, and class A is the parent class, and class C is the child class. Okay, this is in this section we have I hope that you are cleared with this concept, which is inheritance with superclass, intermediate class, and child class. Okay, next we'll go the relation between classes. Here is a picture where here is a pictorial view of your relation between classes, which are the parent class, intermediate class, and child class. You can see here, this is the parent is sharing his properties to the intermediate class. That means your grandfather is sharing some features to your father. Okay, and your father is in sharing some features to you, but your grandfather is not sharing features from your father, and also your father is not sharing some features from you. Which one it which one you will access? You will access the all features which you from which is coming from your parent class, and is the intermediate class as well. Okay, this is the relation between the classes. Up to this you have get clear. Okay, now we will discuss about the superclass. Okay, what is superclass? We have already seen that at the top of the class which is called as superclass. So a superclass is located in the top of the section. Okay. After that, service provider. What service it provide? Superclass, already I have explained all the properties accessed by all its lower level class. That means all the properties of superclass is accessed by the lower class only. Okay. But lower class features is not accessed by the superclass. Okay, that means the only one directional connection will be there. There is no bi-directional connection. Okay, only the one directional connection will be established between the superclass and the subclasses. Okay, now we will come to the intermediate class. What is mean the intermediate? That means the mediator of this two class. Already I have explained that your father in your family, your father will take the intermediate classes. Okay, that means it is located at the middle. Is located at the middle of the class. And it has a dual policy. What policy it has? It obtain the properties from the upper level of the or the upper class and transmit the property to the lower level. That means two dual process. One process is it is take the properties of the upper level and it will transmit the process properties to the lower level. Okay. So it is the intermediate class. Now we will come to the child class. That means it's regarding you. Okay, so what is your responsibility? What are the mechanism of the child class here? Bottom located class much benefited. Okay, that means you are the benefited person. That means you will take the all access from your father as well as your grandfather. Okay, that means you are the much beneficial class. Okay, class much loaded class. That means all the features is loaded to you, all which is coming from your grandfather and which is coming from the parent class and as well as intermediate class. All things are come and loaded in this in your classes. Properties of child class as well. Okay, class and parent class can be accessed by only the object of child class. Okay, class and parent class can be accessed only. Okay, that means whatever I have already explained. That means parent class will the all properties of the parent class will be accessed by your child class. Okay, now we will come to the how many types of inheritance are there in programming language. There are several types of inheritance. Okay, but see in Java there is three inheritance. What are the single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance? First we will discuss all the three topics. Next, we will discuss what is the which type of inheritance it is not supported by Java. We will also discuss that one. Okay. Now we first will discuss single inheritance. A structure having what is single inheritance. From the name we have already learned what is single inheritance. That means the single thing, single parent and single child. You can see the lower pictorial view, lower left pictorial view, which is parent class and one child class. A structure having one and only one parent as well as child class. Okay, that means only one parent class and only one child class. Okay, parent will share their property and child will access their property. Child class is authorized to access the property of parent class. This is the pictorial view of single inheritance. Now if I put this in my syntax, programming syntax, you can see this one. There is a class A if and class B. Okay, that means class A will be your parent class. Okay, now if I create a child class, class B, how we will create the inheritance? We have to write class B, then extends keyword is the main keyword which define that it is the inheritance. Okay, extends A, that means it is extend the feature of A. Okay, Now we will go to the multi-level inheritance. That one was the single inheritance. Now we will have the multi-level inheritance. Standard structure of single inheritance having one parent, one or more transmitted intermediate and one child classes. That means only one. In this multi-level inheritance we have only one child parent class, and we can have several intermediate class and one child class. One is parent class, several intermediate class, and one is child class. The child class as well as intermediate class may access the properties of upper level. Okay, this one is the pictorial view. You can see that one. First one is the parent class, the second one is the intermediate class 2, so on. You can create a number of intermediate class, and the last one will be your child class. How this will pictorial view of this one can be implemented in our program. How can it can be implemented? So first of all, you have to write the class A. What is whatever the your parent class, you have to write it class A. Then what you have to write? Intermediate class. Class B extends A. Okay, and class C extends B. So on, it can create a inheritance. Last one is class D, which extends C. That means all the properties of A is come to the B, then all the properties of A plus B will comes to the C, and all the properties of A plus B plus C will come to the D. So D is a child class. That means D will access all the properties of your above classes. Okay, now we will come to the hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance, in the hierarchical inheritance there will be a structure having one parent and more childs. Okay, the child class must be connected with only parent class. Okay, now this one is our pictorial view. Okay, if I put this pictorial view in our program, we can say that in this section, in class A, this one is a parent class, class B will extend A. That means this B is a child class. If class C, another child class, will extend A, that means all the properties of A is extended by B, as well extended by C, and as well extended by D. That means A, B, C, D are the child classes of A, parent class, and all the properties of A is inherited to D, C, and B. Okay, now we will come to the multiple inheritance. This inheritance, in this inheritance, what happened? In this inheritance, you can have multiple parent. That means parent class will be more than one, and your child class will be one. Okay, in this pictorial view you can see that in the C is the child class, and A, it is inherited the properties of A to C, and is inherited also properties of B in C. Okay, and this one, if I put this one, and this multiple inheritance, one thing is that this multiple inheritance feature is not supported by Java, but it is supported by other programming language like C++. Okay, so this one is not supported in Java, but this mechanism is also fulfilled by Java. This mechanism, it is not supported, but this mechanism is also fulfilled by Java through other way. What are the, which one is the way? There is a way which Java support are special features, which is interface. That means through interface we can achieve the multiple inheritance features. These features help to connect a class with more than one class. Okay, for this type of connectivity, use Java uses implement. First of all, what is the syntax? That means in the inheritance we have to write the keyword extend, but in the to fulfill the mechanism of multiple inheritance, we have to write the implement. How we have to write? First, you have to create the interface in the place of class. Suppose there is a class A. Okay, but we have not to write the class A. We have to write the interface A as well as interface B. Okay, and here is the class m. Class m is our parent class. Now class n is our child class. If I implement this, class n implements a b. Okay, a b, that means that it will inherit properties of a and b. And if I inherit n, then we have to write here a b extends m. Okay, now we will see a example. In this example, you can see this one, interface PRN1. That means it's one type of interface, and which call bits a method. Here bits will, you can see here bits will the method, bits will, you can see this one, you can see this one as bits method will call in the interface PRN2. Here bits 2 bytes, this method will call. Okay, and in this section you can see that class prn3 is our parent class, and class rpt, that means this one is the child class. Extend prn, and it implements prn2. Okay, that means prn2 is implement, and if you execute you can see the output. Here is, you have to see this one, this part. Here you have a look, public static void main. Okay, rpt object, that means the object has been created of the your child class. Okay, then child class will call the bits and bytes and object mega. Okay, if this one is run, this will be your output. Okay, you can run into your computer also. Okay, and now we have come to the end. We can have the limitations of our inheritance. So now we can see what are the limitation. Link is established into single direction. What I have said, that means one way direction, not bi-directional. There's only the access to parent to child, not only the sharing is from parent to child, but it is not shared from child to parent. Okay, Java not support multiple inheritance. It support on only it support only single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. It is also not to support hybrid inheritance. Okay, and only the extent keywords, it can have the inheritance. To connect class with only one class in interface, properties are only but never defined. Okay, these are the limitation of our inheritance in Java. Okay, this is the very important topic and you have to go through it. If any problem and any query, please ask me. I'm always online. Okay, thank you, student.